Hello, hashtag my global family. This is Drea Beta, coyote walking in this world, real life Asleta Pueblo superhero. I am here to give you guys the lowdown on what happened to this coyote this morning. Are you a contract worker? Do you maybe make your living by doing contract work, right? Tutoring, providing services for our community. There's many artists as well, right? A lot of people freelance, they make something, they share their art, they share their love, they share their talent with the world. And many times we are undersold, family. They literally are trying to give us pennies on the dollar of what our actual qualifications should be demanding. And I'm tired of it, family. Capitalism is killing us. Capitalism is really making life inhumane for us. So when I got this email this morning, because this coyote is a ninth year doctoral candidate at the University of New Mexico, I'm a critical race whiteness intersectional scholar. I had to do something about it because I am an activist, right? That is what I do every single day, family. So first of all, let's take a look at this email. The email that I got today from the University of New Mexico. Oops. My apologies, family. It was a call that went out to all of our students, right? I am a Mellon GA. What this call was for opportunities for student jobs, right? So share with everyone. This was the call, family. It is for a paid freelance story writer for the foundation, the Hispanic Access Foundation. They give you some information and they're like, can you please send this out to people? So let's take a look at the actual call, family. And this is what made me upset. So the Hispanic Access Foundation is a national 501c organization that connects Latinos with partners and opportunities to improve lives and create an equitable society, right? They're trying to create an equitable society. But think about the call of work that they're doing. They would like a freelance writer to write with story ideas corresponding. Okay. The Hispanic Access Foundation will provide its freelance writer with the story ideas, corresponding network members, and their contact information. The writer will then take the information to conduct interviews in order to produce a total of 52. That is a lot of work, family. 52 is a ridiculous amount. This is a huge project. All right. And they want 400 to 700 words. And then this is the breakdown, right? They literally have themes. Conservation, 11 total stories. Hispanic Leadership Network, 11 total stories. Mono Project, 11. Organizations, 11. Our Dreams and Scholarships, 4. COVID vaccine, 4. 52 individual interviews will have to happen or more. Some of these, the retreats, the cohort members, it can be interviews with multiple people. So they're not asking for something small. They're asking for 52 interviews, 52 individual pieces of writing, 52 times that you're going to have to edit and write. In addition, family, what we expect, let's take a look at this. 400 to 700 words, 3 to 5 high quality photographs from individuals. They're going to give us some guidelines on the images, written in the third person perspective, and also to be bilingual. They want it to be in English and Spanish. So not only do you have to create 52 individual pieces, go out and interview countless people. We don't even know how many people. It might be more than 52 people you have to interview for this project. Create 52 different 400 to 700 words and take photographs, edit photographs, as well as all of your story writing, editing. I don't know about you, family, but I'm a professional writer, and coming up with a page paragraphs is hard work. It's detailed work. It takes your skill set. So I am incredibly offended. Let's look at the next section on budget. So how much are they going to pay for your expertise if you apply for this? $100, $100 per a story. They're literally only budgeting $5,200 for 52 stories. Why the hell, first of all, is your project so big? You're going to be paying people pennies on the dollar, and I'm incredibly offended because this is a competitive process. You have to put in a proposal to be considered for this. So think about that, family. Here's the timeline. It's a project that's starting proposals. They're due on the 21st. Then they're going to be awarded on the 25th. And they're going to have stories due from February all the way to December. This is a contract job that really should be a staff position. This is a $20,000 to $30,000 contract that they are giving $5,200 towards. This is ridiculous, and I'm tired of organizations literally taking money out of our mouths, taking our blood, sweat, and tears, and profiting from it. Yes, a nonprofit still makes money, family. It still has to have gains, but the cheap labor is what is killing our communities. So Hispanic Access Foundation, if you are really trying to provide opportunities for Latinos, then why are you doing it off the backs and blood and work of freelance writers? So in addition, right, to the whopping $100 you're going to be paid for all of this work, again, 400 to 700 words, 3 to 5 high quality photos, writing in a third person perspective, and in 2 languages, right, we have to put a proposal together. So what are the submission requirements? They want a writing sample. They want a budget, including our fees, which are crazy, family. They should be a lot higher than this $100. A timeline and proof of your Spanish language proficiency, right? So their point of contact was Evelyn Ramirez. She's the digital communication associate whom I emailed. And here's the deadline. And yes, family, as much as I'm complaining about this, if you would like more information or you want this information, go ahead and you can contact me. So what did this coyote do when I was upset about this information? Well, guess what, family? I Google, I write, and I advocate, right? So what did I do? I looked up the website, right? So let's take a look at the website. Right here. So what do? The first thing I do, if I have an issue with an organization, I look them up. So I looked up Hispanic Access Foundation. I checked out, these are step-by-step directions, family. How do you advocate for yourself and for other people around you? You complain. And yes, it's a white person thing because people of color, whenever we complain, usually goes nowhere. But as an indigenous two-spirited warrior, I've figured out how to weaponize my voice, and I use my PhD candidacy, all of the work that I've done in communities for the last 15 years, my role as the world's leader of the world's largest graduate student organization, my publications, my Ivy League degree. They're weapons, family, for our community to make sure that we get access to what we need. So advocacy lesson 1, figure out who you're dealing with. So I looked up the Hispanic Foundation and I looked at the About Us, and I actually looked for the board. So I found their board members. With every organization, family, including nonprofits, the board of directors are who you want to talk to when you get stuff done. Which is why this coyote ran for chair of AERA GSC, because it made me a council member, one of the 33 people who influence the policies for the American Education Research Association. I did run for the executive board, family, which is 10 people. Did not get it, but I still ran. So, Hispanic Access Foundation, these are the board of directors. What did I do? Lesson number 2, family. Lesson number 2 is that we go ahead and I Googled them. I found Robert Salazar at the Library of Congress. I found a handbook with his email. I looked up Marcela Garcia, and I looked up her school, and I found her email. I tried to look up some more people, but I didn't find it right away, so I gave up. Not give up, but I put some time into this advocacy. So I looked up the board members, and I also composed my own email, family, because our voice matters. So this is my email. Hello, Evelyn and select board members of Hispanic Access Foundation. I'm an indigenous, two-spirited, critical race theory, whiteness, intersectional scholar, activist, a doctoral candidate at UNM, a researcher, a professional writer, and a vlogger with 19,000 followers on 7 social media platforms. I just read the call, and I'm outraged and offended that your organization would send out such a low offer. It's exploitation of workers, $100 for 1 to 3 hours of labor for interviews, 3 to 6 hours of research on topics, 4 to 10 hours of writing, 30 minutes to 3 hours of photography and photo editing, plus revisions, 1 to 3 hours for translation from Spanish to English, and a total of 10 to 25 hours of labor for a high quality person is an insult. And I said I was making a video. And guess what, family? The executive director, he literally emailed me back. Roberto Salazar emailed me back right away and said that he was going to investigate it. So I'm just saying, family, it took me about 30-40 minutes to Google all of that, to write an email, to advocate for my voice, to make this video, to send it out on my social media networks. But now they're going to investigate it. And hopefully someone's going to get paid a little bit more money. Our time, our lives, our work matter, family. So join this coyote in learning how to use our voice to advocate for great change. I love you all, and I'm off to go cause trouble somewhere else. My amazing sis is waiting for me. We're going to have some plots. Love you all, and see you soon.